and my friend from Texas, Mr. Olson.
I thank my dear friend from Austin, Texas. Mr. Speaker, on March 4th of 1950, in the Texas Panhandle metropolis of Haskell, Texas, Rick Perry was born. Haskell lately has a population of 3,322. That was too much big city for Rick Perry. So his family moved to Paint Creek, Texas. Current population, somewhere around 324. As was mentioned, he became an Aggie Yell leader. He said he knew A&M was where he had to go because, quote, I was a bit of a free spirit. I wouldn't have lasted at Texas or Texas Tech. I'd hit the frat scene hard and been gone in one semester, end quote. As is mentioned, he served our country in uniform, flying the C-130 Hercules, a large aircraft that carries cargo all over the world that has the same engines my Papa 3 Orion I flew in the Navy, the Allison T-56 Alpha 14. We share that common bond. Rick was elected to serve in the Texas House in 1984. He became what was known as a pit bull. Apparently our Texas House has a place they go called the pit to have strong debates. Rick wanted to go off on people who wanted to spend. The pit bull in Texas had a raging bull in Rick Perry. In 1990, he became our agriculture commissioner. In 1998, he allowed American history to be changed in a very positive way. He ran against a guy named John Sharp to become our lieutenant governor. It was very close, Aggie versus Aggie. Rick won by about 1.7 points. But that victory enabled George W. Bush to leave his beloved Texas and become America's 43rd president. Governor Bush knew he could leave with Texas in great hands, a prosperity, and a bright future. And Rick Perry did not disappoint. Our longest serving governor, 14 years in Austin, Texas. On his watch, great things happened in our state that are the models for America and the world. He got true medical liability tax reform passed in Texas that has changed our provision of health care for our citizens because doctors were fleeing our states because of unjustified lawsuits. They came back in droves when this bill was passed and became a amendment to our Constitution, all because of Rick Perry's leadership. He changed our energy market to actually a market with competition, driving prices down and giving people the cheapest, most reliable energy in America. He had Texas squared away. So when America went into recession in 2007, our state, one state, created half the private sector jobs in America over 2007 to 2008. And they also got a big start with technology. A place in Houston called Celtex, which uses human beings' own stem cells to repair broken bones, long-term injuries. They're thriving, and that's all because of Governor Rick Perry. On March 2nd of 2017, the Senate confirmed him to be America's Secretary of Energy. He tried to make Texas, D.C., just like Texas. On his watch, the only viable carbon capture enhanced oil recovery operation in the entire world. In Texas 22, the Petronova project with NRG was started. On his watch, we started exporting American crude oil all over the world. On Rick Perry's watch, we have sent liquefied natural gas, we call that liquid American freedom, all over the world, helping allies in need, allies like India, like South Korea, like Japan, like Eastern Europe, break the hold on their energy that comes from Russia or OPEC. I'll close with a statement from a Texas legend that applies directly to Governor Rick Perry. Bum was talking about Earl Campbell, the famous Heisman Trophy winner, a Hall of Famer in the NFL, who played for the Houston Oilers for just under a decade. Bum was asked, is Earl in a class by himself? And Bum's answer applies to Earl and applies to Governor Rick Perry. Rick may not be in a class by himself, but whatever class is in, it don't take long to call the roll. Rick, Anita, thank you to your service to America and the great state of Texas. You will never, ever be forgotten. Thank you, Chip. I yield back.
I thank my colleague from Texas.